What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and today I'm going to take a journey to Baguio City. But this is about a 6-hour journey from right here in Manila. I'm here in Cubao and the bus station. This is how a lot of Filipinos get around the provinces. And I booked Royal class, but this is probably the most expensive one. It was 1,500 pesos, but it's about maybe 25 bucks. And I think it's a bus with a bed so you can sleep. So I think that's a good way to commute in the nighttime. So I'm just hanging out here in the station. My bus leaves like in an hour, you know, but the bus terminal is pretty nice over here. It's a little bit hot outside, but I'm gonna resolve the issue of this hot weather in the Philippines heading towards Baguio, which is one of the coldest cities in the Philippines. So I think the weather's gonna be nice over there. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, and I'll show you guys in a bit what's going on. So without further ado, join me. This is the bus terminal. A lot of buses go here, you know, scheduled. They got different classes, like they got economy, they got first class. You know, then if you want to buy your tickets, you can buy it over there. I bought my tickets online. So this is the bus terminal. Wow. Based on what I saw in the reviews, it's like they renovated the bus terminal. But it's pretty wide compared to the terminals in Cambodia. And then even got like little food stalls, coffee shops, you know, if you're hungry. The bus I'm gonna be taking is called Victory Liners. I think there's like 2 bus options to go over there in Baguio, but yeah, this is the one I'm gonna take. So I'm looking forward to it. So my bus is arriving. I tell you, it's getting pretty humid over here, but that bus looks really cool. Let me see if I can get like a little closer. So this is my bus right here, the red one. Cubao, the Baguio, and it's Royal. So even the red carpet here, this is cool. And they got suits and everything. Wow, look at this. This is dope. Pretty modern right here. Look at the, I don't know if you can see clearly the beds. And then even in front of me, they even have restrooms. So wow. So this is what it kind of looks like. It's labeled, you know. I love how futuristic this is. It's really cool. So I don't know how clear you guys can see, but this is the bed. Lay down. Trying to manage the space, you know. So I guess for the next 5-6 hours, I'm gonna travel like this. We even got over here like some AC. But it doesn't reach me. Then I'll show you what's happening ahead. So this is my feet. But I guess I'll see you guys when I make it towards Baguio City. So, pretty good experience. I think it's gonna be worth the money. We'll see. So, that's how you travel, right? For class. And you got the bus terminal outside, so far I like it. Then on my way back to Manila, I'm gonna take the first class, which is not the bed. It's usually sitting in a chair, but it should be comfortable. I think it's good for people like me who's pretty tall, so. But yeah, gonna take a little break from this, and I'll see you guys when I make it over there. Also, another cool thing, you can charge your phone right here. You have like an outlet, and then you can set up your phone. I guess you can watch movies, whatever you got, you know. So yeah, let me see how. This is how I'm gonna sleep tight. But hey, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to experience Baguio and see what it looks like. So I'll take you guys with me.
If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to call me anytime during the trip. Salamat po.
I was gonna film myself getting off the bus, but I literally dozed out the trip. But now it's another day, and I gotta tell you, it feels pretty nice and cool. It's 76 degrees, which is about 24 Celsius. And the reason the city is a little bit cooler over here is because we're 1,450 meters, or we're 4,000 feet elevation. So that's why the weather's a little bit cooler here. But now I'm gonna walk around and explore the city. We're gonna head towards a park called Burnham Park. And then we're gonna walk around downtown area, especially Session Road. So let's take a trip over here. This is like a little busy road by the hotel that I'm staying. There's a couple of hotels around here too. And one thing about Baguio is just a lot of hills. So it's like a good cardio walking around the streets. A little bit quiet today, but I walked earlier to get breakfast and it was busy. And then the roads here are pretty impeccable and clean. But I've only seen like one road, so I'm gonna see how it changes when I make it to the city center. Looking at the map, it doesn't look far, so hopefully it's not that far for a walk, but I don't mind taking a walk on the trip. So you got like a cafe right here, a coffee shop. Open 24 hours, that's cool. Got more hotels over here, restaurants. Then the park should be over that way. I gotta go down the hill. I tell you, it feels good to walk around with beautiful weather compared to Manila where it's over 100 degrees and humid and you have to wait for the evening. But over here, I'm walking, I think it's like 1 o'clock. Usually at this time it's the hottest, but it makes me feel like if I'm back in New York with the perfect weather. Now I gotta make it right, and there should be the local park that I'm gonna explore. And it seems like they fix the street up pretty well. Look at the sidewalk. They even got the bike lane, the hill, then they got beautiful buildings like this. You can see the hills going on. Here we got a local jeepney. Those are some pretty nice colorful jeepneys. And I like the streets how they're surrounded by nature. So the main park is here to my right, so I'm just gonna figure the entrance. And you know I love exploring parks, especially urban parks. So I think this is like classic over here. And one thing about Baguio, they have a lot of pine trees. So it kind of makes it feel like you're somewhere else. But I'm loving the architecture that you see around here, the park. So I just entered the park and they got gardening area over here. But how do I make it to the main park? Is it over here that I gotta go? I love how they got a lot of trees. I like the architecture. This house looks pretty nice. And the building is surrounded by the hill. So I made it to the main entrance of the park. And I think the beautiful park is over that side. But ahead of me, I'm noticing, might be like a little market. I know also they do a night market here that opens at 9 o'clock all the way to 4 in the morning. So I might check that out later at night. But I want to see this market ahead over here to see what they got going. And even got skaters right here. It takes a lot of talent to go around this. Reminds me of the skaters that I met in Manila by the post office. Guess you could rent like this bikes over here and bike around the park maybe. That's what I mostly see, and a couple of benders. This actually looks pretty fun. Which I would import my bike from the States over here. It's a folding bike and bike around here. This is mostly what you see, locals. Locals right here, then they got like little kiosks, I guess it's like food stalls. Then there's literally a lake and I see people riding like this duck boats that I'm gonna check out in a bit. So now I'm gonna enter the main area where the lake is. It kind of reminds me a lot of the parks in the States, especially in New York. But they got it right here in Baguio and you see a lot of people. And like I say, the weather here is perfect compared to Manila, so I wouldn't mind walking around here and vlogging. Let's see what's going on ahead of me. So I guess this is the main area over here where you got the lake and everything. I got to see the mall, the main city center. I think it's over that way, which I'm gonna make my way there once I'm finished with the park. But yeah, and then you got people with traditional tribe attire. I think they got like a tribe here in Baguio, which is pretty cultural. But yeah, so far this is a really beautiful park, and I think the vibes change at the nighttime. And then it seems like people can get in these boats over here and just go around the lake. It's really cool. Then it seems like there's more. I think the night market might be in the other side of the park. That's gonna be later at night. I'll probably hit the roads later at night to see what the vibes are in Baguio at the nighttime. Now let me keep going towards the other side of the park and exploring around to see what can I find. There's a lot of people hanging out in the park, so. And I forgot that today is a Saturday. One thing is when I go on trips or vacation, I keep forgetting what day it is because it's like every day looks the same because you wake up excited and ready to conquer life and see what's going on. I guess this is where you can get those boats and then just go around. So I was gonna make it towards the other side, but then I spotted ahead of me, there's a view, and I searched and I think it's actually the City Hall of Baguio. So it must be like a nice scene. So we're gonna walk over there. There's some stairs going on. So I'm looking forward to that. This is the area. So it seems like this park literally connects most of the city center of Baguio. So I will walk close to the City Hall, then I'll make it into one of the main streets. And then we're gonna walk around Session Road, which I think is the main icon of this city. If you look at the streets, it feels like you're somewhere else. Like the way how the trees are escalated up, you know, but that's pretty beautiful. One of the nicest cities in the Philippines I've been so far. So now I'm heading more towards the city center, and I think over here is where it's gonna get busy, and we can see all the action happening in Baguio. So here we got this overpassage, and all the roads are worth to explore. But I feel like a block ahead should be Session Road. And it's pretty busy today, a lot of people walking around here. And this is the area where the main action happens, which is Session Road. And so far, liking what I'm seeing. I see a lot of pine trees over here ahead. There's like a little plaza across the street. And I think once I go ahead towards the hill, it's gonna get pretty busy. So this is the beginning right here, and pretty busy and beautiful architecture. A lot of people walking back and forth, you know. Then they got like stores like this. You can get everything. And they got more across the street, so you can get distracted looking all over in the streets of Baguio. Yeah, this is pretty nice. I like it. This is gonna be like a cardio walking up the hill. Like I say, Baguio has hills like literally all over. Might be even busier when I go ahead, but I'm loving this so far. The good thing is that the weather here is fresher than other areas in the Philippines, so it helps me walk around here in the daytime. I wouldn't be sweating if I was in Manila right now. But here's perfect. It's gonna get busy like in a block or two ahead of me. And here they got Jollibee, then they got a street that will take us straight to the park. And we got this over here. Wow, there's a lot of crowds here. It makes me feel like I'm back home in the States, like in the area, all the people walking back and forth. So they got tons of food options here too. We got like this little restaurant over here, restaurant stall. Got a bakery right here. Wow, this is cool. Got a store here. You want to be a swag, you know, up to date, and they sell a lot of jackets in Baguio because, you know, it gets cold. Probably like in the nighttime and maybe in the winter. See all the hills that have been going up, and it keeps going up, but then ahead of me is going to get pretty interesting because the architecture right here is even nicer. I'm going to show you guys in a bit what's going on. And it just keeps going, the crowds, vendors. Every time I Google about Baguio or this over here, Session Road, this is what usually pops out, like this buildings over here. So I'm gonna get a close-up so you can get a better view of what's going on. I gotta tell you, it's really crowded no matter where you go. Wow, there are some pretty steep stairs that would take you to a cathedral. Hello. Makes me feel like a little kid. Yeah, this is nice to see the huge crowd of people here and a lot of traffic jam, but I'd rather just walk it. It's not really like a big of a city. But so far, you know, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Baguio so far. I've always wanted to come to this city. Like, I've seen videos of it, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. I tried to come here last time, but it wasn't possible. But this time I said, let's come. And when I took that overnight bus, it was less than 4 hours. So maybe because we took it in the overnight, there was not much traffic and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, we made it pretty fast and smoothly. So it's not really that far to commute. But yeah, this is a really, really beautiful city so far. That's all I gotta say. And I tell you, this hill keeps going up. So I don't know, if you don't like walking or doing cardio, then maybe this is not a place for you. But it looks even nicer upstairs. And I wonder if there's like a nightlife over here in the street. I think I'm gonna come back and check out what the street looks like in the nighttime. Look at the crowds of people, it keeps going. It's like non-stop, so this is probably one of the busiest roads out here. You guys can notice it, but look at all the people waiting across the street. But so far, what I gotta tell you about Baguio is pretty organized. You know, the city's pretty organized, nice and clean, you know, and people walk pretty organized here, so it's pretty nice. Also, a lot of people back there. I'm gonna go up here to see if I capture a view, you know. There's a lot of views, a lot of hills over here. I know there's also another district called La Trinidad. And also Baguio is known for the strawberries. They got a couple of strawberry farms over here, so maybe I'll Google where can I find one and go to one. So here you see the view of the road. There's like a bus station. I wonder that's where the bus dropped me last night. And then over there, see all that. Actually, my hotel's like literally over that side. Then you get the view of Baguio, which is beautiful. I don't know how much of a view you can see, but behind me is pretty nice. And I'll see if I can find another place. The mall also has like some terrace. So maybe if I go up to the mall, there might be like a nicer view for me to check out, but let's keep exploring around here to see what else can we find. We got a circle over here with traffic jam, so this is a pretty beautiful, bustling city. You know, Baguio has a mall, which is called SM Mall. So I'm gonna hit the mall and see what it looks like. I think they got also like some balcony, so it must be pretty interesting. This is the mall right here. Let's check it inside. So this is the mall here, Baguio, just like any other mall. A couple of stories tall, and I can see the view at the end. I think what made this mall different from others in the Philippines is the view of Baguio. So I'm gonna figure there's like a terraza where we can capture it. Actually, I see the sign Sunset Terrace, so we're gonna make it over there. So over here you exit the mall and you get the view of Baguio. The terrace out here. Let me just watch my step and then just look at all this view. I can actually see the park over there with the lake. And you can see the fog. See, one thing that's the Baguio is famous for is the fogs, the covers of the mountains, but this is really cool. Get the views right here behind me, and also I see a couple of more levels upstairs. I think if you go upstairs, you can get more views of this over here. That's beautiful. So I decided to go a level higher to see the view over here, and it's still, pretty impressive. You can see there's mostly the nature. It seems like it's raining over that side of the mountains. And this is a university right here, University of the Cordilleras. I'm gonna assume the Cordilleras is like the mountains. And you see the park that I was walking by, the downtown district of Baguio, and the hills surrounded by houses, which is really cool. And then over here, you got restaurants and people can just eat here with the view of the city, so that's pretty cool. Imagine this is not just any other regular mall, you get an amazing view of the city, so only in the Philippines. Walking back to Session Road, there is a church here that has some massive stairs, not sure how much, but it's a lot. But I'm gonna go up the stairs and see what's going on. Little by little, I'm going up. It's a little bit steep. I'm half the way, the cardio's killing me. But I'm half the way, but hey, I'm here, right? The church is gonna get mad at me if I don't just stop and go all the way up there. But hey, yeah, the view behind me is good, but yeah, let's continue. Finally made it upstairs and the church is right here. Pretty beautiful church. Simple. So that was a little peaceful vibe. I walked inside the church. Didn't film much, but it's really cool. And then they have like a playlist, the hours where they do the mass, and it says it's in English, so that's really good. Then over here we got like a plaza I want to show you guys in the front. So they got a plaza like this, and looking at plaza and churches like this reminds me growing up back in my home in Puerto Rico. But I guess it's because the Spanish, they brought this here and they brought like the same culture, same vibes. And it seems like they got like a little market out here too. And the church keeps going here. This is like a little different vibe from Session Road, and they got the cross over here. So I'm gonna walk forward to show you from the front side. So then back here, this takes me straight to Session Road, literally where I was coming from. So now I'm just gonna head back, and I figure at nighttime I'm gonna come out to check out the night market that they got going on over here. So here's another side of the area that I've explored. Yeah, it's kind of like a little plaza. So we got this over here. It seems like they renovated the area now. People get to sit down and chill over here. But a lot of people, and they got like a market over here, or a supermarket. Gotta say, so far it's a nice plaza, spacious and wide. So I gotta tell you, I'm not sure. It might be the elevation that I'm not used to, even though the weather is perfect, but somehow, it makes me feel still a little bit dizzy. At some point I was feeling a little bit tired, nauseous. I'm starting to think it might be the elevation that we're not used to. So that's why it doesn't happen here, but I know in some countries like Peru, Latin America, they even have like some type of leaf that they sell that it helps out. They put it in the tea and it helps you out with the elevation. So Baguio, we're over 4,000 feet above sea level, or 1,450 meters up. So that's really high. And that makes sense why you see like the clouds and the fogs going around, even if it's literally near ground level. So that's something that's pretty interesting. So I don't know how clear you can see it, but literally if you're looking at the green building, you can see like the clouds going over that way. We're literally on ground level, but that's something that's really cool. Wow, I never seen anything like this over there. So that's really dope. So I don't know how clear you can see me, but I came back because in the nighttime is where this area is bustling out, and they have like a night market over here. I think they do it every day from 9 o'clock to 4 in the morning. So you can see already the vendors are setting up. You got stuff like balut and stuff. This reminds me a little bit of the Queens night market. So I'm gonna walk around here and see what type of food I can get. Here we got Korean food. Let's see what we got. Keeps going. They got balut, but it's pretty much like traditional here in the Philippines. I had it like 3 times in the past. We got corn here. So it's like sweet corn is a big thing, the big deal. We saw the balut right here. For those who don't know, balut is like a duck embryo, fermented egg. And it's like a bird that's not even born yet, but they eat it there and they boil it. It's like a barbecue here. They got a lot of skewers over here. Show you guys. So there's like a lot of options. I don't know which one to choose, but we're gonna walk around, process, and see what can we get. This Korean joint has a massive line. So you see, when you see a line, you know that the joint is pretty good. Keeps going over that way too. We got shawarma. I might get a shawarma, but I'm not sure. I'm just trying to avoid eating rice, you know. Doesn't help when you're in the Philippines and you eat rice almost every day. So here they got what is called grilled balut, so they grill it. Got more over here. I think this is like fish or seafood. In the soft drink section. So this side is more quieter than the other side. And I think this market, I don't know. I thought it used to be bigger, unless it goes, when I search in Google, it usually goes by the bridge and they got like clothes and stuff, but I'm not sure. Maybe they made it smaller this year. Discover they take this whole street and they turn it like into the clothes section or something like that. They're setting it up right now. It's only a few minutes to 9 o'clock. But I don't think I'm gonna eat in the market because there's no place for me to sit and I don't like standing and eating. So I was gonna find a restaurant to eat and I'm gonna come back to check out the night market when it's fully finished with the lights on. There was a little bit blackout in my hotel, but they put the lights back on. But I'm gonna walk around and then come back to check out this bustling market. So now that I grab a bite, the market is on. So you see all this crowd right here bustling. Wow, looks cool. They got like shoes, you know, get souvenirs. I think the market goes all over towards the other side. And they got some t-shirts, nice looking t-shirts. Sell jackets over here because you know in Baguio it gets cold. But even over here you could buy it and you probably find it cheaper than in the States. So I think it gets even more bustling ahead of me. So you can see the crowds of people and I think they control is like a one-way. One side over here, then the other side to turn back. So that makes sense, it makes it pretty organized. I gotta tell you, this market is massive. And it's really cool that it goes all the way till 4 in the morning. So the city literally turns into another vibe in the nighttime. And it's still going over here and pretty crowded. They got some nice shirts for 100 pesos, sneakers. They even got jackets for 100 pesos. You can see how crowded it is. And the market just keeps going. It's like you don't know where to look because they got so many good stuff and for pretty good prices. And I'm a huge fan of markets. I tell you, it's like a vibe here in Baguio. I wish I had more markets like this back home in the States. You know, it's really dope. It's just really crowded. You just gotta watch where you're going. Keep an eye on everything, you know. Jam-packed. Some of the clothes that they sell, you know. A lot of cool stuff. But I think my mission now is to find an exit, because if you know a little bit about me, you know I don't do pretty well with crowds. But it's still cool to look at this market here and see how bustling it is in the nighttime, you know. I'm just wondering what happens when it rains over here, because I know over here, there's a rainy season. I don't think they do this unless they cover up the whole street, but you know, it's a different vibe. So I ended up exiting the market, you know, pretty much the same scenery. It's really cool, but it was just too crowded. So I'm just gonna walk around here, see what the street looks like in the nighttime, like especially Session Road. Just see a little bit and I'll wrap it up for the first day here in Baguio, which has been pretty good. And what I'm loving is that the weather is pretty cool, like 70 sharp. That's maybe like 21 Celsius. So this is a little bit of the Session Road in the nighttime. This is nice. I don't see much crowd, you know. I guess all the crowds that go to the market. So I think in the daytime, the action happens here in Session Road and other parts of Baguio. But then in the nighttime after 9 o'clock, everybody goes down that way to the market down there. Really cool, you know, and then I'll show you the food area, and it was dark, but it was a little bit before 9 o'clock. So I guess when it's 9 o'clock, that's when they turn on the lights and you can see what's going on. But yeah, you know, really cool vibe. If you guys are in Baguio, definitely check it out. It's every day from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. But I think I've seen enough of Baguio today. You know, tomorrow I'll figure out what else to do. There's more other things to see around here. So I'm gonna wrap up the video over here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there. Everybody, God bless y'all, and peace.